Day 14, 40 days of forgiveness. Affirmations for depression. Okay, so here we go. Straight out of the book, 40 Days of Forgiveness. Depression can come from a million different places and can be combined with a million different issues. And there are a million different ways it can be helped. It is a normal part of the human experience, and it can feel. The old story, I will always be depressed. And the new story, I can be present to joy. Here are the affirmations. Take a deep breath after each one. Enjoy. I forgive myself for believing I will always feel depressed. I forgive myself for believing that the depression is forever. I forgive myself for believing this depression is my fault because of something I did or didn't do. I forgive myself for believing someone else has to change before I can let go of the depression and be happy. I forgive myself for anything I did that caused this depression. I forgive others for hurting my feelings and making me feel depressed. I forgive others when they ignore my depression or kick me while I'm down and depressed. I give others permission to forgive me for blaming them for my depression. I give others permission to forgive me when I don't validate their feelings or their depression, because I'm too wrapped up in my own. I forgive myself for believing I have to have a better or good reason for being depressed. I forgive others when they hurt my feelings because they think that I have better reasons for their depression. I forgive others when they hurt my feelings because they think they have better reasons for their depression. Oh, get it, got it. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid I'll always be depressed. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid no one will understand my depression. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid I have depression for no reason. I give myself permission to feel confident and secure letting go of my depression or of someone else's depression. I give myself permission to let go of any generational trauma or issues relating to my depression. I give myself permission to release the depression of my ancestors. Amen. Without this depression, I'm free to let go when others don't validate my own depression. Without this depression, I'm free to feel secure and confident being myself, even when I'm depressed. Without this depression, I'm free to love myself more and love others more, even when we're depressed. Without this depression, I'm free to be more present to what gives me peace and joy. Without this depression, I'm free to enjoy my life more. Without this depression, I'm free to be a better person for the people that I love. Without this depression, I'm free to love myself more and be happier even when I'm depressed. Without this depression, I'm free to show up differently in my life and relationships. Without this depression, I'm free to be present to joy. So the reflection questions are, what does depression look like for you? When is it okay to be depressed? How do you show up for your friends who are depressed? Because that's kind of a good thing to think about. What statements were most difficult and what resonated? My favorite statements in this are about holding on to somebody else's depression and letting go of like ancestral depression, because I think sometimes there is this, I definitely have clients where it's depression and it really feels like for no reason, and it's often somebody else's, and then it's often that's somebody else's. It's like there's some sort of like energetic hold on like people. They're like being held down somehow by their DNA from the past, or like some past history, like waving up here like it's somewhere back there. And so just kind of doing some blanket statements to let go of that depression, or to maybe even just validate it and be like, but it doesn't serve us anymore. It's not here for me anymore. I don't need this anymore. And letting go of the depression that's not yours. Like, it could be a sibling, it could be a parent, it could be a grandparent, could be just a whole system. Just let it go, so that you can be present to joy. See you tomorrow.